At 3:52 in the afternoon, the training room is almost empty. A phone lies face down on the table, but it still finds a way to speak. One small vibration. Then another. A price alert. A number moving. A tiny change on a screen that somehow reaches into a body already past its limit. The air conditioner keeps humming as if it has no idea what tired means. The sensor lights begin shutting off row by row. And on the black glass of the phone, the city appears upside down, shining quietly, like it has been working all day too. No one is yelling in that moment. No coach is standing over the mat. No investor is asking for an update. No crowd is waiting. No rival is watching. And still, something inside pulls tight. That is one of the quieter prices of a winning at all costs mentality. It keeps working even when the room is done with you. It keeps scoring even when there is no scoreboard left. A person can spend years chasing excellence and not notice when excellence turns into a private cage. At first, winning feels clean. It gives shape to the day. It gives the body a direction. Wake early. Train harder. Answer faster. Stay longer. Recover quicker. Say less. Produce more. Keep proving that the last win was not luck. There is a kind of beauty in discipline. There is dignity in effort. There is something deeply human about wanting to bring your best into the room. But sometimes the hunger to win stops being a fire and becomes a debt. Every good result only buys a few minutes of relief. Every compliment lands, then fades. Every achievement becomes a new floor, not a moment you are allowed to stand on. And slowly, without a dramatic scene, life becomes one long negotiation with pressure. The athlete knows it in the body first. Not always as pain. Sometimes as a strange distance from the body. The legs still move. The hands still know what to do. The face still looks focused. But the person inside feels a step behind, like they are watching themselves perform from another room. The business owner knows it in the phone. Even after a good day, the phone becomes a small judge. A quote changes. A message arrives. A deal shifts. Someone else posts a milestone. Someone else expands faster. Someone else looks calmer while doing more. And the mind, trained to compete, turns every signal into evidence. Am I ahead? Am I falling behind? Am I still worth respecting? That last question is the one no trophy can fully answer. Because winning at all costs often begins with a simple promise: after this, I will rest. After this season. After this sale. After this launch. After this number. After this person finally sees what I can do. But when the finish line moves every time you touch it, rest starts to feel suspicious. A quiet evening feels like wasted time. A slow meal feels like losing ground. A message left unanswered feels dangerous. A day without visible progress feels almost like disappearing. That is how success can become loud inside a quiet room. You might know someone who lives like this. They do not look careless. They look impressive. They arrive early, leave late, keep the tone steady, remember every metric, and smile when someone says, "I don't know how you do it." They may even like being seen that way. The strong one. The reliable one. The one who always finds a way. But then there is the other version of them, the one seen at 3:52 near closing time, sitting in the training room with the phone turned over, hearing it vibrate anyway. There is no applause for that version. There is only the air conditioner. The lights going dark by themselves. The reflection of the city on black glass. The quiet knowledge that even a win can feel heavy when it never ends. And maybe the hardest part is that the world often rewards the pattern before it notices the cost. People praise the extra hour. They praise the sacrifice. They praise the person who can take the hit and keep moving. They praise the one who says, "I'm fine," with just enough confidence for others to believe it. But the body hears everything. It hears every ignored pause. Every swallowed meal. Every late night reply sent from a bed that stopped feeling like rest. Every small moment where the person chose the image of strength over the truth of being human. A winning at all costs mentality does not only take time. It can take softness. It can take laughter that has no purpose. It can take friendships that were not useful enough to keep. It can take the ability to enjoy something without turning it into a measure of value. It can even take the simple pleasure of doing well. Because once winning becomes survival, winning no longer feels like joy. It feels like not falling. And that is a lonely way to stand on a podium. There is a strange grief in becoming the person you once hoped to be, and realizing that the version of you who wanted it is no longer present enough to feel it. The medal is real. The company is real. The progress is real. But so is the emptiness after the meeting ends. So is the silence after the crowd leaves. So is the way a person can look at a number they once dreamed about and feel only the next pressure rising. That does not make the dream wrong. It only means the dream was never meant to replace a life. A person is not a scoreboard. That line matters here. Not as a nice phrase. As an anchor. A person is not a scoreboard, even when the world keeps handing them numbers and calling it identity. There is a difference between wanting to win and being unable to feel safe without winning. There is a difference between devotion and disappearance. There is a difference between giving your best and handing over your whole inner life to the next result. The difference is often quiet. It shows up in small places. How the hand reaches for the phone before the breath has settled. How praise feels good for only a few seconds. How irritation rises when someone interrupts work with ordinary love. How the mind turns rest into a courtroom. How a person starts treating the body like an employee instead of a home. The heavy price is not always a dramatic collapse. Sometimes it is the slow shrinking of everything that cannot be counted. Wonder. Ease. Play. Sleep that feels honest. A conversation with no strategy behind it. A walk where the mind does not turn the route into a plan. A meal where the person is actually there. A closing time that is allowed to close. In that training room, near the end of the day, maybe the phone keeps vibrating. Maybe the alert matters. Maybe the number on the screen really is connected to rent, payroll, reputation, or a future that still feels fragile. This is not about pretending pressure is fake. Pressure can be real. Ambition can be real. Competition can be real. But there is also a point where the inner system keeps running long after the real demand has passed. No one is asking at 3:52. And still, the body braces. That bracing is worth listening to, not as an enemy, but as a signal from a part of life that has been carrying more than it could say. Maybe a gentler kind of ambition begins with one honest pause. Not quitting. Not becoming less capable. Not turning away from skill, discipline, or the work that matters. Just a pause long enough to feel the difference between choosing the next move and being chased by it. There is a kind of winning that leaves a person more whole. It may look less dramatic from the outside. It may not impress people who only understand intensity. It may not create the same shiny story. But it lets closing time mean something. It lets the phone stay face down for one full breath. It lets the body be more than a machine for proof. It lets a person walk out of the training room while some lights are still on, not because the work meant nothing, but because the person doing the work still matters when the work stops. And maybe that is where the real question softens. Not, how far can I push before I break? But, what kind of success still leaves room for me to be here when I arrive? The city is still reflected on the black glass. The air conditioner still hums. The last row of lights dims, then goes out. The phone may vibrate again. But for a moment, there is a person in the room, not a result, not a role, not a future to defend. Just a person at the edge of a long day, feeling the quiet weight of all the winning, and sensing that life might be asking for something wider than another victory. Something less visible. Something more alive.